where the sign lost half its glow.
To that
Same crack lock, same screen door, but Lord,
same crack booth by the window.
I asked the man behind the glass,
same old grin.
for the room I knew by name.
I was 25.
He looked me in my aging face,
hard hat
like I was just some
on
rain.
my head.
I said, you don't remember
Loved
me.
a girl named Caroline.
He said, I'm sorry,
and
son.
1,000 roads
I said, just one thing, please.
ketchup stood like soldiers. The coffee tasted warm. And every face in that room still wore the years like gold.
You know
The
what
old
I mean?
jukebox in the corner. The old jukebox in the corner. One song and I was young again. The old jukebox in the corner.
Back then the summer burned on her skin
Back
and on
then
the
I
sheets.
had a pickup
She laughed with
and a
peaches in
man
her hair
full of grapes.
and bare feet on the heels.
My dreams were built
We
on
leave our
Friday night,
shoes by the door
and a house we
and our
learned to
dreams
live.
on the floor.
I
I
swore
was young, she
I'd
was
take the
mine,
hard way,
like I'd never been
but
before.
I'd take her hand.
Now the paint is peeled and thin.
Now the phone
The pool is
glows in the
filled with
pocket,
dust,
and the
but I can
miles
still
just
hear
slip
her
away.
voice in the hush between the
Outside, the town went faster.
214.
Inside, the clock stood still. But that chrome box in the corner
214.
could bend
You know
a
what I
broken
mean?
wheel. The old jukebox in the corner. The old jukebox in the corner.
214.
One song, and I was young again.
I stood
The old
there with
jukebox
my
in the
suitcase
corner.
in a heart full of old
They got
friends.
highways
The
round
man
the
slid
town,
me the key card,
and the fields
but it wasn't
had
quite the
given.
same. The bed was new, the
Folks
curtains
order
too.
food on
The
screens
clock
now.
had lost its hands.
Forget who sat
Still I
with
saw her on the pillow, and me,
But the booth is still the booth
a younger
now,
man.
and the vinyl still can shine. When I hear that first note rise up, I borrow back my time. I saw her in a summer dress by the fairground Ferris wheel. She laughed and slipped her fingers through
214.
my rough and trembling
You
jeans.
know what I mean?
We danced beside the bandstand with the whole night at our feet. And I never knew I'd carry that one warm spark through me. The old jukebox in the corner. The old jukebox in the corner. One song, and I was young again. The old jukebox in the corner. So let the years keep rolling. Let the world go change its name. I've got that little doorway, and I still can hear her sing.
Every
The old
Friday
jukebox in the corner.
we'd wear the floor thin,
The old jukebox in the corner.
hand on my shoulder.
I don't mourn
My
what's gone
heart
away.
caved in.
I smile
We'd order one
and
drink
let it play.
and let the world slide. That same sweet record kept time inside. Then the room would melt away and the old hurt fade. With every turn you pull me close, like you meant to
song they played on Friday nights, the song they played on Friday nights, it brings you back inside. Every Friday night, it brings you back inside. Your hand on my shoulder, my heart caved in. Years roll like thunder. We'd order one drink, took your smile, and let the world slide. I thought I was that over, same sweet record, but I still could not get time inside. Then from that old then the room would melt away in a corner, and the old hurt fade. It found with every turn you'd pull like me close, like you meant to stay. The song they played on Friday nights, and suddenly I'm 22. The song they played with nowhere to go. The song they played, it brings you back Friday nights. The song they played, it brings you back inside. It brings you back. Years roll like thunder, took your smile from view. It brings you back. I thought inside. I was over, but I still could not leave. I could see your dress, then from that old jukebox, I could feel that spin in a corner bar. I could taste that first kiss. It found me running again, like it knew where you now are. The room is empty, one rusty coin. I'm not alone. One broken in that old melody, and suddenly I'm 22, with nowhere else to go. The song they played Friday nights. The song they played Friday nights. It brings you back. It brings you back inside. It brings you back inside. I could see your dress turn. I could feel that last embrace. I could taste that first kiss. Oh, again. Now the room is empty, but I'm not alone. You're in that old melody, still calling me home. The song they played on Friday nights. The song they played on Friday nights. It brings you back inside. It brings you back inside. One slow turn, one last embrace. I came in on, and there you are, in that same old place. Same crack booth by the room, same way to sing. I was 25 and restless, hard at school. The song they played on loved a girl named Friday nights, and 1,000 roads. The ketchup stood like soldiers, the coffee tasted bold, and every face in that room still wore the year like gold. The old jukebox in the corner, the old jukebox in the corner, one song, and I was a young man. The old jukebox. I was
turning the dial with the room half dark, paper on the table,
and a map full of grace.
rain on my car.
My dreams were built on Friday.
Then that old station
and a
came
house
through
we loved.
clear as days. Same song, same
take the
feeling,
hard way,
pulled me back
but
your
I take her
way.
hand and stay.
And I sat right still,
Now the phone blows,
like I knew your name.
and the miles just slip.
My heart got honest,
Outside the town
same
went
old
faster.
flame.
Inside
I could see
the
that
clock
train.
stood still.
I could
That
feel
cold
that
box
night,
in the corner.
you in my arms, under city light, midnight radio. Take me home again,
One song,
midnight
I
radio,
was young again.
where the lost love lives. Turn that memory
Got
slow,
highways round the county.
let it heal, let it spin. Midnight radio,
Folks order food
I
on street
still believe.
and forget who
in
sat
it.
with them. But the booth is still the booth
I
now,
kept your vinyl
and the vinyl still
in a
shines.
warm blue sleeve.
When I hear that
Last
first note
time I
rise,
played it, I could
I borrow
barely
back my
breathe.
time.
Now it's
I
just
saw
me
her in a summer dress
and that speaker
on the
glow,
fairground Ferris wheel.
hearing every promise.
She laughed and slipped
I was
her
too young to know,
through my rough and trembling.
and I smiled through tears
We danced
at the
beside
way
the
it turned.
bandstand,
Some
whole
door
night.
station, some heart
and I never knew
still
I
learned.
cared that
You don't fade away, you just change your
jukebox
song.
in the corner.
In the dark of night,
Jukebox in
you were there.
one song,
Oh,
and I
midnight
was
radio,
young again. The old
take me
jukebox.
home again.
So let
Midnight
the years
radio,
keep rolling.
where the
Let the
Lord
world go change its name.
turn that memory
I've
slow.
got that little doorway.
Let it heal, let it spin. Midnight radio,
Old jukebox in the corner.
I still believe.
Old jukebox in the corner. I don't know what's
Baby,
going
don't
on.
leave.
I smile.
It just goes
Let it
underground,
play.
waiting on a needle, waiting on a sound. So if you're out there in some far off sky, meet me in the static when the world runs dry. Midnight radio, take me home again. Midnight radio, where the lost I was turning the dial
lives. Turn that memory
with the
slow.
room half dark,
Let it heal. Let
paper
it
on the
spin.
table,
Midnight radio.
rain on my car.
I still believe
That old station
in it.
came through clear as day.
Radio. If you can hear
Same
me
song,
now.
same feeling,
Midnight radio.
pulled me back your way.
I'm still here.
And I sat right still, like I knew your name. My heart got honest, same old flame. I could see that train, I could feel that night. You in my arms, under city light. Midnight radio, take me home again. Midnight radio, where the lost love lives. Turn that memory slow, let it heal, let it spin. Midnight radio,
One summer
I
night.
still believe.
You dress on the seat
Windows roll down low, warm air.
I kept your vinyl in a
radio
warm
fading from one
Last
time to the
time I
next,
played it,
and I held your
could barely
hand like it was a
Now it's
prayer.
just me
We
and
missed
that
our
speaker
exit
glow.
just by a
Here
mile.
I promise
I said,
I was
turn
too
back now.
young to know,
You said, drive.
and I smiled through tears at the way
So
it
I
turned.
kept on
Some
rolling
doors stay shut, some hearts
past the
still
white
learn.
guardrail.
You don't fade away, you just change
the
your soul.
road
In the
went
dark
on
of night, you were there
like it knew
all
our
along.
trail.
Midnight radio,
The night
we take me home again. Midnight radio,
The night
we miss
the
the
lost
highway. Turn that memory
We found our way.
let it heal, let it spin. Midnight
By losing
radio, I still
believe in it. Little towns are
and
sleeping
maybe love don't leave.
with their porch lights.
It just goes underground,
Headlights on the pavement,
waiting on a needle,
cutting through the dark.
waiting on a sound.
You laughed at my nerves,
So if you're out there
then you told me
in
yours.
some far off sky,
Said you feel the same.
meet me in the static
Small, lonely years.
when the world runs dry.
You wanted a house with the shade tree out front. I said, come home if the world would let me.
Midnight
You said you were scared.
I was lost,
I was scared too.
turn that
But that old black road
let it heal,
still carried us through.
midnight
And the mouse kept talking soft and slow about where we've been and where we go. We spoke of children and Sunday clothes,
Midnight radio.
walking, wanting, and the things we
can
know.
hear me now.
We miss the high.
I'm still here somehow.
The night we miss the highway exit. We found our way by losing our way. Some dreams came easy, some dreams came late. Some doors stayed open, some would not wait. We had our bright days, we had our rain. Some love stayed close, some turned to pain. But I remember that car and your voice beside me, like the whole wide world was waiting outside me. And I was a young man, learning your name, learning how love can change its shape. Now years have gone by and I can lose whole seasons, forget where I left keys, forget the names and reasons. But I still hear you clear in that running car. Every word you said, like a church at dawn. I can't recall the dates of the big hard years, but I remember your laugh and I remember your tears. That one missed turn becomes my proof that a life can bend and still stay true. And I sat real still, with my hands on the wheel, like a man at a church door. Same pale moon for the service, same soft song. Then it hit me slow. I see that like an old song does, and I ease my grip. The boards, the lights, I smile the to years myself. We trust and let it. We came here young, not because I was left, but time and a hard back dream. But because I thank God for that the house on Willow Lane, for the road we took one lamp, one chair.
You lose your place on the dark dusty road. Maybe that's the moment your best days.
You laughed and said,
Greatest treasure I
that'll
ever
do for now.
One summer night,
So we turned that scarred up wood
when I lost you
into a supper place. We sanded the drawers and we fixed that hinge. Took a prayer and a nail to make it sing. No money to spare, but we had each other, and that was rich as a bank on payday. Sunday record spun by the open screen. You and your apron, me with my coffee tin. We danced in the kitchen, bare feet and slow, dreaming
by the
out
window.
on the road ahead. The
Rain
house on
keeps
Willow
tap, tap,
Lane
tap on a glass.
held our lives. The house
Waitress
on
calls
Willow
and
Lane
like she said it all
held our
before. He stirs the cup and
We built it slow
then he stirs
with
it
our own
once more.
two hands.
He ain't looking for rescue, ain't trying to turn back time. Just a man with a
Now your name is a hush
heart that's learning to
in the back of my mind, but your smile
somewhere
comes
between midnight
when I
and
close
dawn.
my eyes. You left this world.
That's where her memory
my love.
lives on.
Still I find you here.
Somewhere between midnight and dawn.
And I don't feel right.
He
I
still
don't feel you.
what's been
I feel
gone.
blessed that I walked with you.
Her laugh in
What
a
we made
paper
that
cup.
didn't disappear.
Her hand
Just
on the
learned to live
dashboard.
inside the years.
The way she said goodbye, still good. Somewhere between midnight and dawn. Somewhere between midnight
We built it slow with our own two
He
hands.
remembers her house
On Willow Lane.
with the chip blue edge on the
Still
side.
understand.
How she'd wrap her hands around
So I drove
like she was
home
warming up her life.
with a quiet
The
heart.
dashboard held a finger
Thank you, love,
in the yellow from the
for the
street,
life we started.
and every red light on the
The house
avenue
still
was
stands
a small goodbye
at the
key.
end of the
He
lane.
ain't asking for
I
forgiveness,
carry it
ain't calling out a name.
like a can.
He just lets the evening pass like a photograph in rain. Somewhere between midnight and dawn. That's where her memory lives on. Somewhere between midnight and dawn. He still feels what's been gone. Her laugh in a paper cup, 75. Her hand on the dashboard, 21. The way she said goodbye, still good. With my shirt somewhere between midnight and dawn. Feels kept sliding by the glass like a prayer. Somewhere between midnight and dawn. And I saw her stare across the bar like she
No
always
anger in his silence. No
She had a smile like a match struck clean, and a voice
just a
like
slow
a
one
one
clasping of a
We said
love
hello
that
with a
couldn't
paper
last. He
and
watches
the whole world leaned right in. The
like it's
summer train
learning how to lead.
to Memphis.
the sign lost half its glow.
Late in Memphis heat, she stood with a dress
Same track lot, same
I
screen
reached
door.
for words, but the whistle cried
But Lord,
and taught me what I
it
feel.
learned so slow.
She said, maybe fate is just a door
I asked the man behind the
once and
glass
closes fast.
for
Then
the
she
room
kissed
I
my
knew by
cheek and
name.
stepped away like a shadow made of
He looked
glass.
me in my aging
Now I'm
face,
old and the years have gone,
like I was just
I still
some
see
rain.
her face in every
I said,
window,
you don't
every
remember me.
in every
He said, I'm disgraced.
sorry, son. Some souls
I said,
come
just
like a
one
storm and leave a scar that
You know the
shines. Breathe that smoke on a platform rail, long as the rest of time. The summer train to Memphis, the summer train.
You know what I mean?
To Memphis, to unfold. It took my heart and ran. Oh, it ran. The summer train.
Back then the summer burned
The summer train.
on her skin and on the sheets.
Some people pass right through
She laughed with peaches
and
in
live
her hair.
forever in your head.
Bare feet
On the heat. So if you see a boy
we leave our shoes by the door
with a girl he can't
and our dreams on
know
the floor.
someone just hold your life.
I was young and she was mine,
Never leaves you
like I'd never
been before.
Now the pain is healed and thin, the pool is filled with dust, but I can still hear her voice in the hush between the rust. Room to unfold.
Under old times,
Room to unfold.
faded walls. I found
You know what I mean? Room to unfold. I stood there with my suitcase and a heart full of old flames. The man slid me the key card, but it wasn't
never you.
quite the same. The bed
A midnight
was new,
promise I never you.
the clock had lost its hands. Still I saw her on the pillow, and me, a younger man. Room to unfold. Room to unfold. You know what I mean? Room to unfold.
Found it in the back of the closet, folded up like a winter
That old brown jacket with the worn out line
still had your perfume in the air.
I held it up to the window light. Lord, it took me clean away to that first hard road we took together when we had more hope than pay. I can see us laughing at a gas station lamp. You said, baby, we ain't lost. I said, that's a matter of fact.
The jacket she left behind. The jacket she left behind.
It still fits the shape of time. I was 17 with a gas tank full of hope
behind.
Two hands on that old steering wheel and a heart that learned
I
to
remember
float. Those long, quiet We drive past
talking low
sleeping
till the
cotton
whole house slept.
with the radio turned
Tell me
high,
dreams like they were
and every
always
song felt like forever.
And I was the one who
When
kept
you were by my side, we'd argue over little things, county
like
flags
dishes in the
on my
sink or
shoe.
where to go.
Your hand in mine,
Then I'd
so
pull her
right.
close in the door.
Ferris wheels spun silver moons beneath that August sky.
Two stubborn hearts.
Summer of '75.
In a narrow little room.
You were mine that night.
We learned how to bend.
Summer of '75.
Before we broke into
burning
the jacket
in
she
my
left
mind. It's gone. I know. Still I smile
the jacket
when it
she
goes
left
by. Summer of '75.
It still fits
You
the
made me
shape of
feel
time. The jacket she left behind.
We stood by the fried corn vendor, laughing with
Now
a
the buttons are loose and the cuffs are
You said
frayed,
dreams
but the
don't
hands that
always
held you
stay.
still know their way.
can
I don't call it a ghost, I don't call it a sign.
talked
Just
about
a piece of the
California
life we live
in a house with a painted porch. I thought we'd outrun the
The
ending.
jacket she
With your kiss out
the
by the
jacket she left
fort.
behind.
Late night road, dashboard glow. That old dial sang out tune. You looked at me like you already knew the road where the years
And you
moved through.
did too.
Summer of '75.
But love
You were
leaves
mine that
that
night.
stayed true.
Summer of
The jacket she
'75.
left behind.
Burning in my mind. It's gone.
The jacket she
I
left
know.
behind.
Still I smile when it goes by. Summer of '75. You make me feel alive. Now the winters come and go, and my hair has turned to gray. But I keep that season folded up like a letter saved away. I can't walk back through that doorway. Can't be who I was then. Still I bless that boy for loving like he'd never lose
Came back
again. Summer
with
of
my hands on the wheel
'75.
so tight.
You were mine that night.
Past the
Summer
diamond
of '75.
where the old
Burning in my mind. It's gone. I know. Still I smile
and I turned on
when it
Maple
goes by.
Street.
Summer of '75.
In my heart,
You made me feel alive.
there it was in the dark, that little porch light glowing hard, and I could see the window pane, like it knew my name. The last light
Yes, I know.
still,
But I think the days I knew.
soft for
Summer
the
of
last light
'75.
on Maple Street.
Got me down on my last memory. I drove on slow.
Because
I let it be.
The last light on Maple Street. I saw two kids in my mind, spinning slow in borrowed time. Her hand in mine at 17. It was the summer of '75. I was
Made our
leaning
vows
on
by a
21,
post
bored
under
of
that
that
street
iron
like
morning
silver
sun.
ghost. Then
My
the
shirt
sorrow
sleeves
came
rolled in the
like
sun.
winter rain.
Fields
And split
kept
that
sliding by the
boardwalk
glass.
lane. I wondered if she heard my car, if she still
And
looks
I
out
saw her
from
stare
where you
across the
are.
car like she
If she
already
recalls the
knew.
boy I was.
She had a smile like a match struck clean, and a voice like a worn-out hymn. She said hello with a paper cup, and the whole world leaned right in. The summer train, the summer train. Last night on Maple Street. It took my heart, got me down on doors we passed that sugar pie. She said, boy, you look like trouble. I said, I'm trying my best to try. And the miles fell away like rain, while the wheels kept their steady tune. We were young enough to believe love might catch us by the moon. Every ghost in company, the summer train. I drove on slow, I let it be. It took my heart. The summer train, the summer train. I lost a hand in the wind street, but I never lost that land. At the station in Memphis heat, she stood with her dress half turned. I reached for words, but the whistle cried and taught me what I'd learned. She said, maybe fate is just a door that opens once and closes fast. Then she kissed my cheek and stepped away, like a shadow made of glass. Now I'm old and the years have gone, but I still see her face sunburned in every window, every mile, in every empty space. Some souls come like a summer storm and leave a scar that shines. Brief as smoke on a platform rail, long as the rest of time. The summer train to Memphis, you drive past the sleeping cotton. It took my heart and ran with the radio. The summer train to Memphis. Some people pass right through and live forever in your home. County fair dust on my shoes, your hand in mine so right. With a girl Ferris wheel spun silver moons beneath that August sky. Summer of '75. Never leaves you yet. You were mine that night. Summer of '75. Burning in my mind. It's gone, I know. Still I smile when it goes by. Summer of '75. You made me feel we stood by the fried corn vendor, laughing with a paper cone, laughing with a paper cone. Yeah, you said dreams. I eased past Willow Lane in my old blue car. Call them home. End of the road. We talked about California, painted the same with a painted porch, and the trees grew tall. But I knew that house with your kids by the way it stood by the fall. Two children were laughing in a yard I didn't know. A swinging changed on the front porch rail, and I sat real smooth with my hands on the wheel, like a man at a church door, too late for the service. Then it hit me slow, like an old song. The bows box, the light, the years we trust. We came here young, with a few dollars left, and a hardback dream in a paper sack. See that first night,
you were mine
with the rent in
that
hand.
night. Summer of
One lamp, one
75,
chair, and a busted
burning in my
table.
mind. It's gone, I know.
You laughed and
Still
said,
I smile when it goes
that'll do
by.
for now.
Summer of
So we turned that
75.
scarred up wood into a supper place.
You made me feel alive.
We sanded the drawers and we fixed that hinge. Took a prayer and a nail to make it sing.
Gone
No
forever.
money to spare,
Yes,
but
I
we
know.
had each other.
But I think
that was
the
rich
days
as
I
a bank
knew.
on payday. Sunday record spun
Summer of 75.
by the open screen. You and your apron, me with my coffee tin. We danced in the kitchen, bare feet in the snow, dreaming out loud of the road ahead. The house on Willow Lane held our lives. The house on Willow Lane held our lives. We built it slow with our own two hands. The house on Willow Lane, where the paint is peeled from time. Now your name is a hush in the back of my mind, but your smile comes back when I close my eyes. Now there's glass where they had pine. Years ago, my love. Still I find you here. Roses stood there shining in every room I knew, like she knew I'd find my way. I don't feel used. I feel blessed that I walk with you. What we made there, same old didn't name disappear. Tree. We just learned to live inside the years. The house on the last booth that roses had our lives. The house on Willow, where my heart began, held our lives. The last booth that roses died with our own two hands. The house that's the booth where I first saw her. Still understands. Laughing at the I drove on home with hair tied up in a yellow scarf. Thank you, love. And my hands forgot my thought. The house still stands. Rosie said, at the end of the coffee. And she knew then what I was at, like a candle flame. We talked till the clock ran out, and that booth turned into laughter. The last booth that Rosie's died at. The last booth that Rosie's died at. I sat down, found it in the back of the car, folded up like a winter prayer. That old brown jacket with the worn out lining still had your perfume in the air. We dreamed up, held it up to the window light on the edge of town. Lord, it took me clean away. The screen door slapping in we took together, and her dress when we had more hope than pain. Some years the money I can see us laughing. We counted coins at a gas station map. But she'd reach across. You said, baby, we ain't lost. And I said, that's a matter of fact. The jacket she left behind. I see the years go passing by. The jacket like trucks on out the lane. We buried bills, we raised our it still fits the shape of time. And when she left, the jacket she left with her ring in that soft chair. I still hear her name in that waitress voice. I remember the talking low till the whole house slept. He'd tell me dreams like they were already written, and I was the one who kept the last booth. We'd argue over little things like dishes in the sink or where to go. Then I'd pull you close in the doorway, and we'd let that hard thing go. Two stubborn hearts in a narrow little room. Tonight I sat there quiet. We learned how to bend before we broke into the jacket she left behind. Time gave us back our place. She smiled like no years happened, like she just leaned in to say, boy, you took your sweet time. It still fits the shape of time. Then the whole world slipped away. The jacket she left behind, there was only mine. Now the buttons are loose and the cuffs are frayed, but the hands that held you still know their way. I don't call it a ghost, I don't call it a sign, just a piece of a life we live, still hanging in my mind. The jacket she left behind. The jacket she left behind. I can wear it in my mind. The jacket she left behind. So if you ever roll on by there, the road went on, and you did too. But love leaves marks that stay true. It's still the jacket she left behind. And if your heart has been blessed once, I'll lay it back and let it be. Some folks live on in a memory. The jacket she and some in a left behind. He sits where the coffee's thin. I came back down that highway where the paint had peeled from tan. On a glass store's gone in the movie house. Now there's glass where they had pine. Like she said, the roses stood there shining. He stirs the cup like she knew I'd find my way. Then he stirs it. Same red door, same window booth, same old name for a tree. The last turn back time. Just a man with a little lake and a heart that's learned to be kind. Somewhere between midnight and dawn, I sat down where my heart that's began. Where her memory lives on. The last booth that rose somewhere between midnight and dawn. That's the booth where I first saw her. He still feels laughing at the pie she bought. Her laugh in a paper cup, her hand on the dashboard. The way she said you want some coffee still hurts. She knew then what I was after. Somewhere between we talked till the clock ran out, and that booth turned into laughter. The somewhere between midnight and dawn. The last booth that rose is diner with the chip blue edge on the side. How she wrapped her hands like she was warming up. The last booth that rose, the dashboard held her fingers in the yellow from the street. We drank He still feels what's been gone. And when she left her laugh in a paper cup. Her hand on the dash. I still hear her name in that way she said goodbye. Like she's telling me she's there. Still good. Somewhere between midnight and dawn. Somewhere between midnight and dawn. I sat down where my anger in his silence. No fire in his chest. Just a slow down clasping of a love that couldn't rest. Tonight I still watch his water on the window, and I swear like it's learning how to lead across that little he nods at all the empty because empty's part of me. She smiled like no years happened, like she just leaned somewhere between boy, you took your sweet time getting here. Then the whole world, that's where her memory lives on. I blinked, and there was only somewhere between midnight and dawn. But I felt so full of living. He still feels what's been gone. Laugh in a paper cup, her hand on the dashboard. The way she said goodbye still hurts. Still is good. Somewhere between some love stays in the wood and cold. Somewhere between midnight smooth that rose is and dawn. The last spook. I left my tears and found my peace. So if you ever roll on by there and you need a place to rest, take that booth by the window. It still knows who loved the best. And if your heart has been blessed once, you'll know just what I mean. Some folks live on
Where the bus
in a
stop used to
memory.
tremble at the same old worn out
In a
town.
diner scene.
He sees new glass, new paint, new names on every door. But there's one rusted booth still standing, like it's waiting by the store. He lifts that heavy handset, feels the cold chain in his hand, sees her coat in July rain. I came back through town like it's still a living plane, with my hands on the wheel. The sky was copper,
Past the dime,
and his heart was running bare.
where the old
Then that
creek
ring
runs
cut through his
crying
whole
still.
life. Like
Then
a
I turned on
prayer
Main
in the air. He heard his name,
And my heart,
he held his breath and let it go. One voice said, "Come on home." And there it was in the dark, that little porch light glowing hard. And I could see her window pane, like it knew my name. The last light on the Main still shakes him down. Still burns. The last payphone in town. The last light on Maple Street. Got kids walk by with headphones on. Never even lift their eyes. I drove on slow at their hurry, at their pocket-sized goodbyes. They don't know what it knows about a coin and a chance. How one old call can save a lifetime.
I saw two kids
How one
in my
small
mind,
ring can lead to
spinning
dance.
slow
He
in
heard his
borrowed
name.
time.
last breath
17.
and let it go.
Summer sweet
One
and
voice said,
gasoline.
come on home.
We made our vows.
And the whole world turned to gold
Under that streetlight,
silver
silver
in town.
Then sorrow came like winter rain and split
The
that
last
boardwalk
payphone in town.
I wondered if she heard my call, or if she still looks out from where you are. If she recalls the boy I was and the love we lost.
The last light payphone in town.
Sometimes he brings her flowers, leaves one stem beside the glass. Says the day they found forever didn't last as life passed.
If the city ever tears it down, he'll stand there till the end.
Cause some directions in this life
I told
they
him
come
slow.
through.
What's my friend?
The last payphone in town.
The last payphone in town.
I held the door, then I let it go.
The ring still
Some
shakes
things
him
in love you don't get to know.
Maybe she sleeps, maybe she's awake.
The last payphone.
Maybe her heart still aches, but I was not the man.
Payphone in town. I just rolled through it. The last payphone in town. The last light. He heard Long Maple Street call him out. Still burning. So for me, the last light on Maple Street kept every ghost in company. I drove on slow. I let it be the last light on Maple Street.
It was one summer night,
The last
the
light
dress on the sea,
on Maple Street.
windows rolled down low,
I can't
warm air on our cheeks,
with me.
the radio fading from one town to the next, and I held your hand like it was a prayer. We missed our exit just by a mile.
I said, turn back now. You said, drive a while. So I kept on rolling past the white guardrail,
And the road went on
like it knew our trail. The night we missed
walks
the
past the
highway
bar,
exit.
past the shuttered 5 and
The
down,
night we missed
where the bus stop
highway
used to
exit.
tremble at the same old
found our
worn
way.
out time. He sees new glass, new paint,
By
new names on every door, but there's one rusted boot still standing, like it's waiting by the
little
store.
towns were sleeping.
He lifts that heavy
their porch
hand,
lights low.
feels the cold chain in his
Headlights on
hand,
the pavement,
sees her coat in July
cutting
rain,
through the dark.
like it's still a living plane.
You laughed at my nerve. That day the sky was copper. Then you told me, and his heart was running bare.
Said you feel the
Then that
same.
ring cut through his whole
Small,
life, lonely,
like a prayer in the air.
You wanted
heard
a
his name.
house
Clear and slow,
with
he
the
held his
shade
breath
tree out front.
and let it go.
One voice said, come on home. If and the whole world turned to gold, the last payphone in town. The last payphone in town. That ring still shakes him down.
Still carried us.
The last payphone in town. And the miles kept talking soft and slow.
highway exit.
He smiles at their hurt,
The night
at their pocket
we missed the
size
highway
goodbye.
exit.
They don't know what he knows
Found our way.
about a coin and a chance. How one old call can save a lifetime. How one small ring can lead to death.
Some
We heard
dreams
his
came
name easy, clear and slow.
Some
He held his
dreams
breath,
came late.
and let it go.
Some doors
Stayed
stayed open.
open, come on home.
Some
And the
would
whole
not
world turned to gold. The last
We
payphone
had
in
our
town.
bright days.
The last
We had
payphone in
our rain.
town. That
Some
rain
love
still
days
shakes him
close.
down.
Some turned to pain.
Payphone in town.
But I remember that car and your voice beside me.
Sometimes it
Like the
brings a
whole
flowers,
wide world
leaves one stem
was
beside
waiting
the glass.
outside me.
Says the day they found
And I
forever
was a young man
didn't ask to hurry past.
learning your name.
If the city ever tears it
Learning
down,
how love
he'll stand there till
can change
then.
its shape.
'Cause some directions in
Now
this
years
life
have gone by
only come through once.
and I can lose whole seasons.
My friend,
Forget where I left keys. Forget the names of reasons.
payphone in town.
But I still hear you
That
clear
ring still
in that
shakes
running car. Every word you say, like a church
payphone
I
in
can't
town.
recall the dates,
The last
of the big
payphone in
hard years.
town.
But I
He
remember
heard
your
no
laugh,
call him out.
and I remember your tears.
Payphone in town.
That one misturn becomes my proof that alive can bend and still stay true. Now I drive alone on that same old line, same pale moon hanging, same soft summertime. I see that exit sign and I ease my grip. I smile to myself.
In the back of the bottom drawer, under old
Not because
ties
I
and a
won't,
faded wall, I found your
what
name in
time
a yellow
took away,
quote, still sharp as
but
a hand
because
I
I
never
thank
hold.
God for that night.
A stamp on the corner never used,
For the
midnight
road we
promise I never used. Wait, no.
took when we should have turned. For the love we found and the lessons learned. The night we missed the highways. The night we missed the highways.
January on the wall
We found
and the
our
receiver by my bed. I left one light on for
by
you,
losing our way.
like the doctor said. Every ring in the
There was
building
one summer night.
made my whole
Your
heart
dress on the
stand.
seat.
I grabbed that phone so
Windows
fast
roll down low.
with my
warm
trembling
air
hand.
on cheeks.
I told myself be
Radio
patient.
played
I told myself hold still. Maybe you just need time. Maybe you always will. The phone never
We missed our
rang again.
just by a mile.
The phone
I said,
never
"Turn
rang
back now."
again.
You said drive
I
away.
kept my heart
So I kept
on standby.
past the white
The
guardrail.
phone never
And the road
rang
went on
again.
like it knew our trail.
March came in with rain
The night
on the
we
busted
missed the
window
highway
glass.
exit.
I watched the screen go
The
dark
night
and
we
another
missed the
month slipped
highway
past.
exit.
I wore your last
found
goodbye like a suit that
By
fit too
losing
tight.